One moment, life feels peaceful. You're grounded, centered, and in control. Then suddenly, everything spirals into chaos. The traffic jam that seems endless, a message with bad news, that one person who knows exactly how to irritate you, the never-ending list of responsibilities and expectations. And before you realize it, you're trapped inside your own head. Thoughts spinning, emotions rising, calm fading away. Why does this happen? Why does it feel like your own mind is turning against you? Here's a hard truth. If you don't train your mind, it will train you. But what if you could take that power back? What if there was a way, one practiced by some of the wisest people in history, to stay calm even when the world seems to be collapsing around you? That path is Stoicism. It teaches that real peace doesn't depend on the chaos outside of you, but on the stability you build inside. Today, you'll learn how to train your mind to remain calm, even in life's most difficult moments. Because in the end, you always face two choices: control your mind or be controlled by it. Before we dive in, let me tell you a story. Tomas was 33 years old. His life seemed stable on the surface. Steady job, decent income, a relationship, a small apartment. But behind that quiet exterior was a dangerous habit. He buried everything inside, every frustration from work, every sarcastic remark, every small disappointment. He pushed it down and pretended it didn't matter. But the truth was, his mind had become a pressure cooker. Every evening, Tomas would come home, exhausted but restless. He didn't understand why tiny things made him explode. The noise from next door, a broken toaster, a delayed delivery. None of these were serious, yet each one felt like the final straw. Then one night, it all boiled over. His partner said 6 simple words: "You're always angry about everything." That was it. The dam broke, yelling slammed doors, words thrown like knives. But what happened next changed his life. Tomas stormed out into the night and wandered the city streets until sunrise. Sitting alone on a park bench, feeling hollow, he pulled out his phone and, almost by accident, opened YouTube. The first video that appeared had a quote on the thumbnail: "You can't control what happens, but you can control how you respond." He clicked it. It was about Stoicism, a word he'd never even heard before. But something in it spoke to him. That night, he didn't sleep. He fell down a rabbit hole. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. For the first time, something truly clicked. He realized the painful truth behind Stoic philosophy. It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. The more power something external has over you, the weaker you become inside. And for the first time, Tomas understood. Calm isn't a gift, it's a skill. So, he began training. Slowly. Before reacting, he'd breathe. Before complaining, he'd observe. When that familiar tightness gripped his chest, he'd go for a walk instead of speaking. He made mistakes, of course, but something was different. He no longer lived as a hostage to his impulses. Anger would still knock, but now he didn't have to answer the door. And over time, without dramatic transformation or big declarations, Tomas became someone else. Someone quieter, but stronger. Someone who didn't need to react to prove his strength. Someone whose calm came from within. Maybe you're not Tomas, but I bet you've had moments where your own thoughts dragged you, where you didn't want to go. And maybe, just like him, you're about to learn that real calm doesn't appear when life is perfect. It appears when you are steady inside the storm. 1. Who's really in control? You or your mind? You've probably had those days when everything seems fine, until one small thing goes wrong, and suddenly your peace is gone. You wake up determined, but then you make a small mistake in an email, and your mind starts whispering, "You're useless." Someone cuts you off in traffic, and you're ready to wage war. Your mind, when left untrained, behaves like a wild animal, charging in every direction, dragging you through anger, anxiety, and regret. It doesn't matter how good your intentions are. If you don't learn to guide it, it will guide you. Picture this. You're in a meeting, calm and composed, when someone drops a sarcastic comment, a subtle insult masked as humor. Your body reacts instantly. Your blood heats up. Your chest tightens. Your ego prepares for battle. But stop for a second. Is that reaction really necessary? Or is it your mind demanding that you respond? Epictetus said it perfectly. It's not things themselves that upset us, but the way we think about them. The comment isn't the problem. Your interpretation is, you can hear "you could have done better," and either take it as an insult, "I'm a failure," or as an opportunity, "I can improve next time." The words stay the same. The meaning changes everything. This is the heart of Stoic training. Your peace depends on perception. Here's why this is hard. Your brain's amygdala, the threat detector, can't tell the difference between a lion and a rude coworker. It reacts instantly, and suddenly you're in fight or flight mode over nothing. That's why training your mind isn't optional. It's survival. To start regaining control, try these 3 techniques. 1. The 3-second pause. When something provokes you, stop. Inhale. Count to 3. That teeny gap gives your rational mind time to intervene before instinct takes over. 2. Rewrite the story. When your mind says, "They disrespected me," reframe it. "They're showing me who they are, not who I am." The story you tell yourself determines how much peace you keep. 3. Activate observer mode. Imagine stepping outside yourself and watching the situation like a movie. How would a calm, wise character respond? Probably not with rage. The truth is simple. If you don't control your mind, your impulses will. And those impulses rarely have your best interest at heart. 2. Don't let anger win the battle. Anger feels powerful, but in reality, it's weakness pretending to be strength. Imagine driving a car that suddenly ignores your steering. It swerves on its own, speeds up, and refuses to stop. That's what anger does. It hijacks you. You might say words you don't mean, make choices you regret, and when it's all over, you're left cleaning up the wreckage. Anger blinds you to what truly matters: calm, clarity, and self-respect. Think of Will Smith at the Oscars. One moment, he was on top of the world, beloved, respected, about to win the biggest award of his career. Then came a joke he didn't like. 1 second of losing control, and everything changed. Seneca warned us long ago. The one who gets angry suffers more than the one who caused the offense. The offender moves on. You carry the poison. Seneca's personal strategy was simple. Delay the reaction. Give yourself time to cool off before responding. And modern science agrees. Neuroscientist Jill Bolte Taylor discovered that a biological anger response lasts just 90 seconds. That's it. 90 seconds. The problem? We extend it by replaying the event, fueling it with stories, keeping it alive for hours or days. So here's what to do next time. Feel the anger. Don't act on it. Breathe through the 90 seconds. Watch it pass like a wave. Physical movement helps too. Stretch, walk, unclench your fists. Anger is energy in motion. Give it a safe outlet. And ask yourself this powerful question: will this matter a week from now? If the answer is no, don't let it steal your peace now. If anger truly solved problems, the angriest people would be the happiest, but they aren't. So the real strength lies in restraint. 3. Calm isn't weakness, it's power. Imagine a battlefield, dust, screams, chaos. Soldiers run, yell, panic. But among them walks a warrior who doesn't rush. He observes, he breathes, he acts only when necessary. That's true strength, calm under chaos. In today's world, people mistake loudness for power. They think interrupting others or reacting fast makes them strong. But real power doesn't shout. It whispers with certainty. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best answer to anger is silence." Silence isn't submission. It's mastery. It says you don't control me. Calm leaders, at home, in business, in crisis, command respect because their presence brings stability. When everyone else is panicking, they think clearly. To train this kind of calm, practice these habits: strategic pauses. When emotions rise, stop speaking. Silence buys clarity. Control your voice. Speak slowly, evenly, and with purpose. Calmness has its own kind of volume. The Stoic gaze. Meet chaos with stillness. When someone tries to provoke you, your peace will unsettle them more than any argument could. Because calm is not surrender. It's strategy. The warrior who stays centered while others lose control already has the advantage. 4. Life isn't fair. Accept it anyway. Here's the truth. Few want to admit. Life isn't fair. You can work harder, care more, and still lose to someone less deserving. People cheat, get lucky, or benefit from connections. You can't control that. But you can control what it does to your mind. Marta, a woman who worked for a company for a decade, learned this the hard way. When a promotion opened, she was the obvious choice. Experienced, loyal, dependable. But the job went to the boss's relative. She was devastated. But instead of sinking into bitterness, Marta remembered a teaching from Epictetus. Don't wish for things to happen as you want. Wish for them to happen as they do, and you will find peace. That became her philosophy. Complaining wouldn't make life fairer. It would only make her miserable. So she chose acceptance and action instead of resentment. And over time, life rewarded her peace with better opportunities. Her story teaches us this. Complaining changes nothing. Acceptance changes you. Try this challenge. For one full day, don't complain. Not about traffic, not about people, not about the weather. Just observe and accept. You'll notice your mind growing quieter. Because every time you stop resisting what you can't control, you reclaim your peace. 5. Losing control is always a choice. No one can take your peace unless you give it to them. When someone cuts in line or insults you, you always have two options: react or stay grounded. Research from Yale shows that people who believe they can control their emotions actually stay calmer during stress. It's not genetics, it's mindset. Epictetus explained it best. You must believe you've been harmed for harm to exist. It's not the insult that hurts, it's how you interpret it. So when you feel anger rising, use what I call emotional airplane mode. Pause. Disconnect from the situation for just a few seconds. Let silence be your response. That pause gives you freedom. And ask yourself, do I really want to give this person control over my emotions? That question alone brings instant clarity. Because once you see your peace as a precious resource, you stop handing it out so easily. 6. Calm your mind through your body. When your thoughts start racing and everything feels too much, stop thinking. Start moving. Science backs this up. A study in the Lancet Psychiatry found that physical activity reduces severe stress by 43%. When you're trapped in your head, motion grounds you in the present. Go for a walk. Stretch. Shake off tension. Feel your feet on the ground, your breath deepening. Seneca himself recommended walking as a way to clear the mind. He knew that when you're lost in thought, movement brings direction. So next time your mind feels like a storm, don't overthink, move. It's the simplest path back to peace. 7. Calm is always an option. Have you ever felt uneasy because things were going too well? Like your mind couldn't handle peace without inventing problems? That's because we've trained ourselves to think calm depends on perfect circumstances, but it doesn't. Seneca said, "The more power something has over you, the weaker you are in front of it." Real peace isn't given by the world. It's chosen by you. Every day, every moment. You might not be able to control the storm, but you can always control the captain steering the ship. And that captain is your mind. So train it, strengthen it, trust it. Because calm isn't what happens when life gets easier. It's what happens when you get stronger. If this video helped you, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts below. Tell us, what will you do today to take control of your mind? Or simply comment, "I'm a Stoic." Together, we're learning not just to survive chaos, but to master it. If you found value in this, consider sharing it with someone who could benefit. And don't forget, a simple like goes a long way in spreading Stoic wisdom. For more insights on philosophy, personal growth, and the art of clear thinking, subscribe and turn on notifications. Stay strong, stay mindful, and above all, stay Stoic. See you in the next video.